Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, hello. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Last Minute Laura Morning Show. I'm Laura, obviously. And if you're new, we get together Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. to chat, to make stuff together, to show and tell, to just sort of hang out. So if that sounds fun and you're into crafty stuff or plants, then this might be the place for you, and we would love to have you. So good morning. This morning, first of all, the haired today. It did exactly what I wanted it to. Look at the vibe. Isn't she cute with her little bangs and her little pink hairs? Obsessed. So I'm in a good mood. And also, what else is happening? Big news about today. I don't know why I left that out of the thumbnail. Maybe I should go back and change it. Alex comes home today. Alex is my partner, and he's been in Italy for 2 weeks. I've been alone, and he comes home today. I'm gonna pick him and his mom up from the train station later in the afternoon, and I'm very excited to see him. I miss him an awful lot. He's like my favorite person, so I'm very excited for him to come home. Even though I'm happy that he had a trip where he got to enjoy time with his mom, I'm happy for that, but I miss him and I would like to see him, so I'm glad he's coming home today. That being said, I pretty much just ran around yesterday like a chicken with my head cut off, because I was cleaning in preparation. I did like 4 loads of laundry. I cleaned the cat litter boxes, but I didn't just clean them. I emptied them entirely, washed the litter box, and then refilled them. So the house smells lovely, amazing. What else? I did a whole lot in the backyard. I put up a shade cloth. I landscaped more. I did a big huge cull of nasturtiums. Like, there were a few nasturtiums that were about to bloom, and I probably pulled out between 6 and 10 established nasturtium plants, like established enough that they were just about to bloom, but I opened the unopened flowers and they were orange. And I know I'm gonna have a lot of orange, but right now the nasturtiums are really taking over in the garden. Like, they are making more leaves and they're bigger than everybody else. So once I found out they were orange flowers, I said, there's gonna be more. I don't feel like I'm going to lose out. I don't feel like I'm going to not have enough nasturtiums, because I have genuinely probably 100. There's probably 100. Sorry, the flyaways in my hair are gonna make me crazy. Okay, good morning, Laura, and everyone in Pets and Plants. Hey there, Louisa. Candace, hit the like and subscribe on your way in to find your seat. Yes, please. And bring snacks and drinks if you want. Be tidy, and don't forget your meds if you need them. Absolutely, Candace. Agreed. I already took my meds. I also, this morning, decided not to put foundation on, because I noticed I got a tan on my arms, and my face has no color to it. I have blush, obviously, but I think today I did put sunscreen on today. I've been putting sunscreen on every day. I've been a really good girl this summer so far. I mean, it's June 6th, but I've put it on every day. But it has been working, but like really well. And now I feel like this is a lot lighter than this. So I feel like I need some sun. Maybe it's just the pale pink is washing me out. Do I need to go for a brighter pink? But I love this color. Ugh, the hard life, the hard decisions. So, I also, oh my God, I actually did so much. I took everything out of all of my shelves and put it all back in, but I put it back in better and neater. And I wiped down all the shelves too. Excuse me. I don't know how high up I can show you. Oh, you can only see the lowest shelf, but I even did it for all of these shelves, took everything down, wiped it down, put it all back up. I hung a mirror back here. That's nice. And I hung some art right here. And I put up new baskets for the birds so that they have more stuff. I moved a vase down here, and I moved the cat bed over here so that he can come and sit by the window if he wants, because the bird's cage can fit back where it is. So that's the cool moving around stuff. I also did the same thing in the pantry. I took all of the food off of the shelves, wiped down the cans so they don't have any dust on them, wiped down the shelves, and then put everything back on the shelves, and it looks nice. And I swept all the floors, vacuumed all the carpets, vacuumed up the edges of the floors that I had swept, and then I mopped. And I mopped, like, I don't even want to say how many times I mopped yesterday. Probably 5 separate times, because I did the first one with like dish soap and really hot water, scrubbed the floor like on my hands and knees like that, and then went back with a mop and Lysol and water. No, dish soap and water. Squeezed out the water, just hot water after that. Then Lysol and hot water. Then squeezed out the water, then hot water after that. And then I had to mop again because I spilled something. So it just felt like a lot. I did a lot of mopping. I also mopped the stairs, the bathroom, our bedroom, our basement, the kitchen, and my office. So I mopped everything. And what else did I do? It feels like I was busy all day, so I don't know what I was doing. This room took a long time to like get back in order. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't keep a room in order for a very long time at all. But now my decor is all organized and I'm very pleased with it. I have all of my brown pottery on one shelf and all of my blue and green pottery on the other shelf. And it's like a focal point of the room now, and I'm very pleased with that. And then this middle shelf here, it has my large salt crystals, like this one over here. Large ones that are pink, and glass. Those are the 2 that go there. So I've organized my knickknacks and my tchotchkes and my thingamabobs and my collections. I've organized them, so now they look like decor rather than a hoard. I also created something I think is really, really cool for my nephew. For me. In the backyard, we have an area where like dirt is exposed, like the earth. Our entire backyard is paved with large paver stones, but there's one area that for some reason, about the size of one paver stone, that's exposed earth. So I put a huge plant pot over it, but there's a little area that's still showing. So I have like a massive hoard of rocks. Like I collect rocks, and I realized I can collect all of these rocks again. None of these rocks, I love all of them, but none of them, well, that's not true. Many of them don't have a hard emotional connection. It's just, I love them, but I don't need them right here, right now. So I poured probably like a 5-gallon bucket worth. I just went around my house and poured out some of my bowls of rocks. I gotta tell you, there's still like 4 or 5 bowls of rocks in this room. And yet I was able to fill a 5-gallon bucket worth of rocks from this room, my kitchen, and my hallway. That's the only spot I collected them from. And I filled a 5-gallon bucket, and there's still more rocks. So the collection of rocks may have become a little bit of a hoard. So I poured them outside around this plant pot and then surrounded it with really large rocks, surrounded the pile of small rocks with large rocks and bricks. And I created a little rock quarry for my nephew Alistair to look for rocks. He loves doing that now. Whenever we go to a parking lot that has a rocky pebble gravel area, he wants to look for rocks. Whenever we are literally anywhere, he wants to look for rocks. And I didn't start that. My sister did. He just took to it. He came by it naturally, let me tell you. Anyway, so now there's a little rock quarry in my backyard for him. I'm trying to create a space that my sister and Alistair and Elizabeth can come and hang out in the backyard. My house is not really child friendly, but my backyard can be. I have a lot of little things, little pieces, and breakable things and dangerous things in the house. Alistair doesn't touch things. That's not true. If you're not watching him, obviously he'll be like a wild child. But if we're walking, if we're walking through the house, he's not going to like hurt himself. Like he can come in to eat food. He can come in to go to the bathroom. But overall, outside is where I'm trying to create a space for him. So I want to show you how it turned out because I'm really pleased. I think that the backyard now is perfect. Oh my God, Louisa uploaded a photo in our Discord. I can't wait for you to see it. Her Oxalis triangularis, the Frida one, is amazing. Wow, that looks so good, Louisa. Okay, one sec. I'm just gonna upload a million photos right now. I went to the garden center and I spent another 20 bucks. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop. I love plants. Do I have enough in my garden? Yes. I filled 2 additional planters. And I said, that's it. No more stuff added to the garden. Okay? We're done. And do you believe me? I believe me. Okay. Sorry, I got a little lost in the sauce there for a second. There we go. Oh, I also have a poppy that's just about to bloom. Just so excitement. Gosh, I love my garden. I can't wait for you to see what it looks like right now because it looks amazing. Okay, and now we are into the rock quarry. I took a lot of photos for you this morning. For you, for me, who's to say? Okay, are you ready? It's going to be a very, that's not the right thing. That's not what I want. I want Discord. Discord. There we go. Alrighty then. That took a little bit more drama for me to figure out there than normal, but that's okay. I want to show you my garden, obviously. So are you guys cool if we do that first? Sorry, I was just making sure all the photos are uploaded. Why are they not all uploaded? Oh, they're actively. Ugh, why are you on LTE? Get on Wi-Fi. It's taking longer because it's not on Wi-Fi. Almost there, friends. If you make me redo it, I will not be pleased. Ugh, it's gonna make me redo it. Cool. 9 photos came in. That's not enough. I uploaded 400,000 photos. Maybe they'll just do it at their own speed, which is a little bit annoying. So I guess we won't be doing that yet. Oh my God, I'm just in time. Maybe if my computer will, not my computer, if my phone will find some solutions here. Can you upload your photos there, bro? Ew, it's so annoying to be not connected. Yes, you're just in time. We are going to be painting today. That is part of my plan. I have a big, beautiful plan, and it is... I can't say that anymore, can I? I have a big, beautiful plan, and my big, beautiful plan is to paint today. That's what I want to do. Okay, photos are finally uploading. Thank you. Praise. Now you can see my beautiful, beautiful garden, and when you see it, you're gonna be like, wow, that's a really nice looking garden you got there. And if that's not how you feel about my garden, then, you know, you're wrong. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, hit the mic first thing. Okay, here we go. We're starting off strong here with yarrow. I have a very beautiful small container of yarrow. This one is significantly behind in growing versus the other pot, and I don't think I did anything different. So I don't know. This 2 pots, 2 completely different time frames of when they're going to bloom. I don't care. I'm going to have lots of yarrow, so we're happy. My onion, I have 3 blooms now on my onion. This is the littlest one. You can see a lupine growing in the background here. That's what that weird shaped leaf is. Here's my big onion. It's almost finished, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, it's the life cycle, but I'm gonna miss it. I've enjoyed its little silly blossom, and also the fact that I've had this onion for quite some time. So I am gonna let the seeds fall in the pot and let the onion come back, hopefully. Also on my porch, I have this succulent. It is some variety of sedum. It looks really green-blue right now. Kind of looks like the bear paw succulent, but it's not. It's gonna get much paler. If it follows its growth pattern from last year, it's going to get a much paler color. Maybe it needs like sun exposure for longer. Or maybe it's getting too much sun exposure, so it's looking green. My sweet alyssum from the garden center, I'm so in love with it. It's spreading out finally. So this is one plant, but you can see it has spread out pretty considerably, and it looks like it's many plants, but it's all branching off of one individual, which is super. I'm very pleased with that. I love the color. It's like this bright fuchsia pink, but it's like warmer than any of the other sweet alyssum like varieties that I've personally grown. I am growing quite a few colors of sweet alyssum. None of the yellow have come up yet. I planted a whole bunch of gold dust sweet alyssum. None of it has opened. I have all the other colors, but none of the yellow. So, sorry, last but not least, in the corner, there's white sweet alyssum there. Okay, so here's an overhead shot of the garden. I think I want to start from the end. I think I started from the wrong end. I want to start from the other end of the photos because I started... Because, I think... Let's see. Oh, this is verbena. My mom grew this and I picked it up from her. This is in my herb garden. I have just basil and parsley this year. I have dill growing in my flower garden, but in my dedicated herb garden right now, I just have basil and parsley. Other than those, I have a petunia and then a verbena in there, and I just thought it looked cute this morning. Here's the first shot of my my rock quarry for Alistair. There's fossils, there's bright colored rocks. Some of them are polished or semi-polished. Some of them are boring. Some of them are very bright in color. There's jasper, there's unakite, there's, what else do we have? Granite, and anyway, there's a lot of really cool stuff. There's like this lightning stone, and there's pieces of like coal and like slag. I think he's gonna love it. I think it's gonna be a total hit. This is what it looks like. So it's obviously not fancy. In case that wasn't clear, it's just the side of one of my large pots. I just poured rocks all around the outside of it. There's bricks outside of the pot, like lining this pot. So I just poured stones on top of the bricks, around the bricks, and then towards the back is the fence. So I just stood up some segments of broken tile to create an edge. When I say it out loud, I hear it. I recognize that maybe this doesn't look like a safe play place for a 2-year-old, but he's 2.5. So he's fine. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna love it. And also, right at his eye height is gonna be cute little sweet alyssums. So here's what the whole garden looks like right now. I didn't make it. I installed a shade cloth. So this is to actually shade out the garden in the summer months when it's too hot so that you don't burn your plants. But instead of using it for that, I decided to use it as a barrier so that you don't have to look at our like tires and Alex's outside stuff. So now there is a blocked off zone of backyard. See? I like blocked off that part. So now from here you can see it just looks like the nice backyard. You don't see the garage now, which I'm pleased with. It looks so good. I can't wait for you to see the flowers. I almost said I can't wait for you guys to see it, but I'm literally showing you right now. Click the like button. I'm showing you my whole garden. I look like a farmer. Look at me in my overalls and my headband, showing you my garden. That was a geranium. This is my herb garden. This is my parsley from my mom. Those 4 basil plants from my mom. This whole pot is from my mom. Okay, now let's dive into group number 2. Okay, here's another picture of the quarry. Another picture of the quarry. Ta-da, overhead shot. It looks great. He's gonna have so much fun here. I'm just trying to create a spot for him so that he can hang out here. I just want him to be able to hang out here. Well, I want my sister to come hang out here, and therefore he needs to be able to. This is a white petunia from my mom. It is angelic and absolutely beautiful, and it's going to be beautiful all the way until like October. My mom's petunias are something else. First of all, you can't even see plant. All you see is white. Are you kidding me? Did you see my Frixalis? She is so happy. Louisa, yes, and I'm so excited for you about it. What a beautiful plant. Let's click it so we can show it off before we go through all of my garden. I was so happy for you. Look at how many freaking leaves this plant has. That is a happy plant if I ever saw one. I'm going to be honest, mine has no leaves right now, so it's outside. It'll be fine. It'll grow a whole bunch of new leaves, but she definitely does not look that happy right now. Wow, that looks amazing, Louisa. That Frida looks amazing. Okay, back to my garden. Please excuse me. Here's another shot of the quarry. I just wanted you to see like some of the fun rocks that are going to be available to him. The rule is going to be something like you can only pick 1 rock each time you're here. You know what I mean? Because every single rock's amazing and he's going to want all of them. Okay, so the pot that those rocks are underneath is this one, and it is sweet peas, nasturtiums all along that trellis. And then there are large poppies, breadseed, opium, swan, Shirley, California. There's like many varieties of poppies in here. You can also see in the middle, there's 3 cosmos. Those I'm hoping, let's see. I'm so happy it worked out, Louisa. Me too. It's green magic made by you, our community, and me. It is green magic for real. In the middle, you can see here of this, there are cosmos, those frilly looking ones. I hope that they're apricota, but I don't know because I don't remember where I planted which cosmos. I know that all of the cosmos that are in my garden, I'm not moving any of them and I'm not pulling any of them out because all of them are needed, because I don't know how many of them are apricota and I need every single apricota cosmo to survive. So I don't care what color it is, but I do hope it's the apricot. At the bottom of this photo, there's an amaranth you can't really see. And there's also a sunflower in this pot. Okay, Laura, we get it. We get it. Beautiful rocks. Okay, here we've got Sweet Alyssum. This one's one of the ones I grew from seed, and I'm very pleased, and I love it so much. And stop. Look at it. Look at this pretty, pretty little flower. It's the cutest. God, I love Sweet Alyssum. Did I take more pictures of it for you? Absolutely. 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 Look at it. It goes from white to purple. Stop it. She's amazing. Alyssum is so cute. Alyssum is the cutest. It's so freaking cute. Okay, next is this sweet pea. I was trying to give you the idea of how tall it was, but I gave it rope to climb on. I also tied up a whole bunch of plants yesterday. That took a long time, actually. I tied up many, many plants. Okay, I tied up my yarrow. So I tied it up pretty loosely. What I did was I wrapped around the bamboo skewers that are in the soil. I wrapped around them. So I would wrap around the bamboo and then have the string go to the next bamboo, wrap around that bamboo to the next bamboo, wrap around. So the yarrow isn't actually being like pulled on too much. There's a few spots where there's rubbing, like right here you can see the plant has some rubbing, but for the most part the stick is taking the brunt of the stem rub. You can see there's another spot towards the right side of the picture that the stem is definitely rubbing, but it was flaring out a lot, and I had to move that whole yarrow pot, and that upset the plants. So I moved this entire pot from the other side of, like, towards one of my fences, because I want it to get more sun from all sides, and it was up against a fence, so the back side of the planter wasn't getting sun, so those plants are shorter. So I faced those plants towards the front now, so they'll be getting more sun, and this whole pot has like probably 70% of the day it'll be in full sun, which will make it very happy. Wait a sec, what are you doing? This way. So there's that, and then here's what it looks like from a little bit farther away. You can see the real separation of types of yarrow going on here. We've got a bundle in the front that has like a different color foliage. We have a bundle in the back, and then we have a bundle in the front or the side. There's like 3 distinct growth habits. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. Who's to say? Oh, the garden's starting to get so full. So we're just on the cusp of flowers right now. We don't really have a ton. I mean, I'm very pleased with how much flowers we have, but it's like 2 weeks away probably from just madness. It's going to be so pretty. So at the garden center this weekend, I found these marigolds, and I didn't grow this kind, so I got them. Look how cute they are. Did I need more marigolds? No. But look at them. Come on. Come on. She cute. So she came home with me. I did this thing as well with the organization of the garden where I created like pockets where you can come into the garden so that you can like reach stuff that's towards the back of the garden, like in this planter. Usually I have all the pots up against it, but I created this. It's kind of like rows, but it's like my garden is a W or an M, I guess. And you can walk into those little patches, and then you could look around and like touch everything, which is important. Here's what another one of those little tucked in areas looks like. You can like tuck in and look at stuff. Like, oh, I can come right in here and look at all this stuff. I like accessing my garden. Also, I got more celosia at the garden center. Did I need it? No. Candace, sorry. Oh no! Positive for, oh no, sorry. Expecting it to be true, but I'm very annoyed. Totally. Hopefully it won't be a pain in the butt for the rest of pregnancy. Agreed. Tour garden reminds me of my grandmother's gardens when I was little. That makes me feel very good to hear because grandma's garden is the best garden in everybody's memory. These celosias, whatever, were amazing. I got a 4-pack and all 4 were pink. And they were different pinks. So there was this pink. God, is that not the most beautiful color? Is that not the most beautiful color in the world? I also got another marigold because it was yellow with a dark yellow center, and I thought that means I need it. Okay, let me show you the next celosia color. Oh, this is the 2 colors. So here's color number 1, dark pink. Color number 2, light pink. The 2 perfect colors of celosia. I just wanted you to see that because they're very, very cute. That celosia is the best flower color, period. Literally, it is. I know, and you're right, and it's true. And my plan is to grow these out nice and big and save seeds because they're so pretty, and I'm going to grow them forever now because it's so cute. This is a coleus. This is a coleus pot. This is in, I would say, part shade. It's in a sunny spot, but it's underneath other pots, so it's getting shaded out by them, which is good because coleus does not want to get, like, it'll be fine in direct sun, but if you can get it out of direct sun, it gets like really beautiful colors. So I have a whole bunch of coleus in this pot, and we're gonna see who thrives. But the bottom one here is the French Quarter. I know that. And then these two ones that are in the middle, I don't know what they are. Also the pansies, I have them in an area that they get like partially shaded out by nasturtiums and other plants now, and they seem to be really happy with it. Like, I thought pansies finished. Like, I thought they're over now. But there's still a whole bunch of blooms that haven't opened yet. I just deadhead it every day. Maybe not every day. Every time I notice there's a dead flower, I'll deadhead the whole plant. So right now I'm noticing at the bottom there's a flower that's just probably dead today. But yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous pansies. That looks like a painting. Also, very exciting news. The baby's breath. She's gonna open any day. So we're gonna have baby's breath. And I'm very happy about that. Can't wait to see what she looks like. The fact that we have like 6 plants that survived to like teenagehood, I love that. Also, this is a calendula. I'm switching between hot coffee and cold coffee right now. I have a hot cup of coffee in my hand, and then I have an iced coffee. So bougie. This is calendula. I hope it's one of the pretty ones. It might just be yellow and orange. All of them are pretty, but I hope it's better than just boring orange. Here's what it looks like. It's a big plant now. This marigold is opening. Very excited to see her. She's going to be gorgeous. This is called, I call it, hold on. I don't remember what I call this one. I think it has a name like, I know it's gold bicolor, something gold bicolor, but I can't recall what the name is. But it's really pretty. I'm very excited. It's very beautiful. Look at how vibrant. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. This is the celosia I got the day Alex left for Italy. Pretty cute. Hasn't grown much. Well, that's okay. More marigolds. So there's that cute one. I wanted to give you a nice clean close-up of it. It's just cute. It has a middle section, and I think that's fun. I haven't grown this kind. I don't think I've grown this kind ever, because it's not one of the kinds that I've grown. Yep. Because of the way that it is. You can tell that I haven't grown it because of the way that it is. Anyway, I didn't grow it yet. This one, it's just a really pretty color, so did I need to buy it? No. Did I grow this color? Maybe, because I have one that's called Perfect Gold, Must Grow, Absolute Perfect Marigold. So we'll see. We'll let them compete. I also have one more that is just about to open. I'm very excited for it. This pot's in mostly shade. Like, I would call it like 60% shade, which is making this coleus very happy. You can see the color is so bright and so like red. I think that if this goes in the sun, it'll go a little bit more towards the dark purpley. And if you keep it in the shade, I think it's going to be more fuchsia. Like, you can see the veins are kind of fuchsia, but you can see the places where the sun has been hitting, it's got that kind of dark color. So I'm going to try and keep it out of the sun to see what it does. Also, the Sweet Alyssum. It's so cute. Do you have any Astilbe? No, I do not. And I don't know how to say that word. Astilbe? I do have a poppy that's about to bloom, though. Look at it. Do you see it? How about now? Look at those clean lines. This is a gorgeous photograph. Look at the clean lines of that poppy. Don't you want to just bite into it? Look at those lines. Looks like an apple you could just pick right off. But it's not. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful flower. I can't wait to see her. Astilbe. I planted them last year in my sister's shade garden, and they are amazing. Maybe I need to add them. Another poppy. Very cute. Poppies everywhere. Also, we have more nasturtium coming up that are this kind. The Alaskan mix. Love her. We love an Alaskan mix. First sweet pea flower this week. Maybe. It's coming. It's at least soon. If not this week, at least soon. My camera was on point today. Also, I have geraniums everywhere now. I became a geranium girly all at once. Just from I don't like geraniums to I have 5 geraniums in my backyard. The reason is I have a good reason. I have a really good reason as to why I bought 3 more hanging baskets of geraniums. And that reason is that they were $5. So last week I bought them and they were $10 each, and I was very happy to pay $10 for a geranium pot. This week they were $5 each. So I felt obligated to buy 3 more. So now I have 5 hanging baskets of geraniums. I created a little area by the front of the shade cloth separates our backyard into sections. I'm trying to find words. You can see the shade cloth. So on the pole at one end of the shade cloth, I used some like metal stuff, ceramic, concrete pot, just some stuff to make a little zone here. And I think it looks great. Here's what it looks like from the other side. I have a New Guinea impatient, which I don't know if that means it wants sun or if that means it wants shade. I know that's a different kind than regular impatient. Let me Google it. I know this is the kind my grandpa liked. New Guinea impatient. Sun or shade? They thrive in a combination of morning sun and afternoon shade. This is literally the perfect spot. It'll have morning sun until noon, and then for the rest of the day, a shade cloth protects it. It's almost like I'm a gardener, guys. Anyway, you can see a hanging basket on the fence, a hanging basket of red. I have a standing planter to hold the other basket. And then I have the New Guinea impatient in a pretty pot. Gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's beauty and she's grace. Here's what the shade garden, this isn't even the shade garden. This is the back fence. I'm trying to find how to call the different zones. The back fence, the chilling out zone where the hammock is and where the table is, the very back. I finally moved my aloe out. So sorry, I just heard. Anyway, my aloe is finally outside. I'm pleased about that. Now all of my indoor plants, I believe, are outside, I think. Isn't she gorgeous? She's gonna get sunburned so bad. I feel really bad for her. She's gonna go out there and she's just gonna suffer for this week. But she's in the shadiest area of the backyard I could give her, but she's still gonna get a sunburn because she hasn't been out since last fall. It's okay. She'll heal. She does every single year. She gets a sunburn. I worry that she's gonna die. Her leaves green back up and she puts out a million babies and gets bigger. This is like a 20-year-old aloe plant at this point. She knows what's up. That aloe plant ain't going nowhere. Also, I have beautiful coleus colors coming in. This one, I'm really excited to see it get big. This is in, I would say, 60% shade as well. It's in a mostly shaded area. Like, it gets dappled sunlight in the morning and dappled sunlight in the late afternoon, but like for the whole middle of the day, it's like underneath a shady spot. Another Alaskan mixed nasturtium. Aren't these just so cool? Look at the way the leaves look, the shape, the color, the texture, the veining, the sharp edge margin. Oh, it's gorgeous. I do look at these for a long time every day. So pretty. Straw flowers doing well. Pleased, happy to see. I've decided I need to grow those nasturtiums. You do, they're really cool. Also, I have, is this a zinnia? Yeah, it's a zinnia. I have zinnias that are finally catching up. I think my zinnia game is going to be pretty weak this year. I feel as though the number of zinnias I will have in my garden is fewer than what I would have originally preferred. Too pretty, like a watercolor nasturtium. Totally. So here's another zinnia. This one's doing really well. I'm so nervous about the fact that I have so few zinnias that I haven't cut the tops off of these ones yet. I've done it to most of my cosmos, most of my bachelor's buttons, and even some of my straw flowers. I've cut the tops so that they'll branch out. But my zinnias, there's so few of them that I don't want to stress the plant out. I want to let it get like bigger before I take anything off. My zinnias are even smaller than that. I'm going to have a max of 14, like 10 less than last year. Okay, so it's not just me who had some weird struggle with zinnias. I don't know what's up with them. I don't even think I have 10 plants, Slinky. I think I have like, I don't know, let's see. I think I have like 3 in one bed. Then there's 3 in this bed, so that's 6. I saw 1 in another spot, so there's probably 2 there because I wouldn't have planted just 1. So there might be 8. There might be 8 zinnias, which if you are not a gardener might sound like a lot of zinnias, but the way that I plant, as you can see, chaotic, guerrilla style. There's a lot of plants in one spot. I like to put a lot of things together. So I think that like 8 plants is not going to be enough, but we're just going to be fine with it because there's other stuff. There's a metric, excuse my French, shit ton of bachelor's buttons in my yard and Clarkia mountain garland. And that's what this photo is of. The Clarkia mountain garland is within a week of putting out flowers, which I love them so much. Nope, I've heard people all over are struggling. Here they germinated and then it got cold and wet for 2 weeks. Yeah, mine were just really slow compared to everybody else. Like everybody else in the garden, I mean. Like all the other plants seemed to grow faster, so now they're taking longer because they got shaded out and I didn't notice, so now I've cut back all of the other plants so that they can catch up. This is the New Guinea Impatient. And that's the flower. Look at the edges of those leaves. Those look pretty threatening. I know my grandpa loved these flowers, so I'm excited to see how this looks, but isn't it pretty? It's got red backs to the leaves. $5, can't go wrong. This is in the shade also, or it's in the morning sun, afternoon shade. This is white begonias, white impatiens, and forget-me-nots. The forget-me-nots are just about finished, but this is going to be a really pretty planter. It's small, but white flowers in the shade are so gorgeous. Like, every color is beautiful all the time, right? White flowers in the shade specifically, they grab your eye and they like, it's so crispy. Seeing clean white flowers in a shade garden looks so beautiful. So I have petunias in the sun. I have begonias in the shade. Back to a coleus now. Next set, shall we? Okay, here's what my houseplants mixed with hostas is looking like right now. I have some really sad plants going on in here. Like you can see my, hold on, Dieffenbachia right at the edge. Sad plant. It's been watered. Hopefully it survives. But in the middle, you see my aloe looking very good, very strong. And up at the top here, that's my Hoya, which is, I told you guys about this Hoya. It's my great-grandfather's mother's Hoya. Like the opposite of what I just said. My mother's father's father. No. My mother's My mother's mother's father's. Anyway, it's an old plant. It's a cutting from an old plant. And she usually looks like she's kind of dying all the time, but she's not. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it's healthy. Kind of like it's dying, but it's not dying. Anyway, that's my Hoya. Here's another shade garden pot. This has a gorgeous coleus in it. It also has a wild violet that I didn't plant there, so it must have seeded itself. And then I have beautiful fuchsia impatiens. She's not dying. She's just old. She is old. She's seriously like my grandpa. My grandpa got it from my great grandpa. And so that would have been, my grandma died in the 80s. So that means it would have been not in the 80s or in the 90s. So it wouldn't have been in the 90s. It wouldn't have been in the 80s because that's when we were my parents were. So I'm guessing it would have been maybe the 70s. I don't know how long my great-grandpa had it. I wish I could find that out, but I don't know if anyone would know that information anymore. But, it could be older than 1970. It's just been being propagated forever. Anyway, impatiens are gorgeous, and you can't tell me otherwise. They look so good in the shade. Impatiens in the shade are perfect, and white impatiens in the shade are the best. She's not dying, she's just old. It's true. My feverfew is still threatening to bloom. I see petals. It's so close. So we're gonna have feverfew this week. Probably tomorrow or the next day. I watered the garden really well last night. It was supposed to rain and it didn't, so I had to water everything. And now it's supposed to rain today, but it's probably not gonna. Disappointing. Another shot of that gorgeous, gorgeous begonia. I got this at the garden center last week. Do I need to go to garden centers at all? I can't stop myself. Just leave me alone. But this begonia is so pretty. It looks like a sunset, and it's like a rose. It's really pretty. I just wanted you to see how pretty it is, so I took 11 photos of it. Okay, so there's that set. We're getting somewhere. Look at us. Yarrow is pretty close to blooming now. I don't know what colors. I think this one's supposed to be bright. So I don't know why it looks like it's going to be white. The color just hasn't opened, I guess. Here's another type. Do you see how different these look? Yarrow 1, Yarrow 2. They're both yarrow. They're both about at the same point, but they're two completely different situations. There's a greenhouse 2 kilometers from me and I go way too much. Yeah. I get it. I am her. By the way, as you guys come in today, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, okay? Here's that yarrow plant from above, so you can see how gorgeous it is. Lots happening. Louisa, so packed. Yes, that's what we're doing. We pack it in. Here's what the garden looks like when you arrive at the bottom of the stairs from the porch. And you're about to enter into the backyard. Doesn't it look really nice? Oh, I'm really happy with it. It has a very good vibe. I also I have these fake plants that they usually live in our bedroom because our bedroom gets no sun. But I moved them outside and tied them to this dead tree to create the illusion of more greenery. Here's what my side fence looks like. I'm trying to think of how to name this one. I have 3 really strong cosmos in that pot, which I'm very happy about. I have a really good number of those small marigolds. I was unsure if I was going to have enough, but I've counted 4 plants, so I feel confident that we'll have those tiny marigolds. They will survive. They will succeed. Here's the rest of that garden. So you see how that white petunia grabs your eyes so much? It's like a chunk of cloud just sitting in the garden. Beautiful. Just lovely. This sunflower it's fine. they're so big. Like, it's fine. It's just really big, and it's gonna make one main flower, which feels like a waste of space, but it's gonna be so tall that it's not going to bother me. Okay, so here, now you can see the shape of the garden. It's kind of like a dinosaur foot. I said W before, but it's actually like a dinosaur footprint. Do you see what I'm saying? We've got 3 toes in my little lobes. Oh, I guess there's technically 4 toes. So I made it so there's 4 sort of walk-in zones into the garden, so you can access stuff that's in the back for when I'm picking flowers and stuff, but also for when I want to just feel like I'm in a secret garden. I made it so that when you can put the chair, like this chair, it can fit in each of those little cubbies, because sometimes I just want to put a chair and stare at the garden. You do what you like to do, and I'll do what I like to do, okay? So I made it big enough that the chair can fit in there so that I can just stare at my stuff like a dragon. I can just covet my garden. I don't think it's bad if it's a garden. If you're coveting a garden, does it really count as coveting? Probably not. Here's the more overhead. I tried to get as overhead of this part of the garden as possible. I also sit and stare at my garden. Yes, good. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me. So here's the overhead again. You can see the little lobes. There's like little areas. And I wanted it to feel, I wanted there to be sections of Secret Garden, but I also wanted to get more stuff in the bright sun. And by separating them, I'm allowing the different sections to get more sun. Like this pot, if I had them all up against each other, these edge ones would be shaded out by the tall trellised one, but because there's space between them, same thing with here, these ones, this stuff would shade out these guys, but because there's some space between them, it's like everybody gets a little bit more sun. But you can see the nasturtiums really trying to take over already. Do you see all of them? This is nasturtium, this is nasturtium, that's nasturtium. Look, ready? This is nasturtium, all this is nasturtium, all this is nasturtium, that's nasturtium. So I removed a bunch of plants yesterday because it was a bit much. I was just trying to find as many angles as possible so you could understand my vision. Oh, it's so cute. Come on, look how cute it is. And with the shade cloth blocking off like the ugly area of our backyard, like the area that is like not tools, because Alex locks his tools up, but like yard bags and our tires and the ramps to put the car on when he changes the oil, and like a few bricks. Like it's just stuff that doesn't need to be visible from the backyard. So I put up that shade cloth, and I feel like it created a really good visual separation that makes the like fun part of the backyard more separate, and also will keep, not dangerous, but like stuff that I don't really want Alistair to get into, it'll keep it on one side of the barrier, and that way it's like safe for him to play. So this back corner right here where there's nothing right now, I'm going to remove those plant pots, and then we're going to put like a play kitchen or a playhouse, something like that, something for Alistair to play with in that section. That's the plan. And then this garden is what used to be the raised bed. We broke it down in the spring. There were just pavers underneath already, except for where this, oops, where did you go? Except for where this little quarry of rocks is now. That's dirt underneath there. But this is, it's going to be stunning. Louisa, Slinky's so pretty. I posted some arrangements I did. I'm going to do... so hold on. I'm going to do in the live stream. Okay, cool. Here's what it looks like from the stairs. So you walk down the stairs, turn left, and there will be plants on your right and plants on your left. And then you continue left to go to the garden, or you go right to go to the garage. And it worked so well. I love it. How many pictures can I take of the exact same space to try and convince you that it's perfect? Again, you can see how the shade cloth visually blocks off that side of the yard. I'm so happy with it. Do you remember when I was like convinced I was never going to be happy again? I'm very happy with this garden. Lol, just some depression thoughts. Here's what the shade cloth looks like. It's tied with rope. You can see the tires through it from this angle, but visually it mostly blocks off the tires. Laura, your garden is poppin'. Thank you. Thank you. Also, here's petunias. Okay. Oh, we're at the last set of photos. I'm so brave. Here's what it looks like straight from above. Here's what a different area looks like straight from above. Here's some beautiful sweet alyssum. Here's more beautiful sweet alyssum. The end. My garden. Okay, in the live stream discussion, Slinky has shown some gorgeous arrangements. Oh, hello. That's beautiful. Is that one of the ones you're gonna do, or is that one of the ones you did? I guess it's one of the ones you did because you're showing it to us. Beautiful. Oh, hello. I love your idea of setting it up with a place setting. Gosh, white ranunculus. That's really pretty. You already have bachelor's buttons blooming. Jealous. Oh, those are gorgeous. Eucalyptus is pretty. Is that feverfew or is that, no, that's not feverfew. Those are mums, right? The white ones? How do you have mums right now? What's this yellow one? That's kind of fun. Ranunculus, beautiful. Did you grow? Are you getting flowers also? Like you're growing them, but are you also getting flowers? And if so, where? Wow, look at that beautiful carnation. That's lovely. Bachelor's buttons, always gorgeous. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I wish I could be minimal. No, I don't. But that is really pretty. I wish parts of my life could be like this. Just, there's so much air in this picture, and I like that for it. This is more my speed. Just keep adding stuff. More colors. This is beautiful. Hey there, Yarrow. Thanks for holding the cup of yarrow just so that we could see it. The yellow one is an onion flower. Okay. The mums, carnations, and eucalyptus are from the wholesaler. That's still beautiful. That is freesia. I love it. Mums, carnations, and eucalyptus. That's cool that you have a wholesaler. Those ranuncs are popping. You have beautiful ranuncs. That sounds like a rude thing to say. What beautiful ranuncs do you have? Let me see. I had to show my cat walking around. She is annoyed because it's very windy. What is this? What is this? That angle is not flattering. Oh, hello. Those are cute. Just the little babies. Lol. The cat just like trolling through. Hey, look, we're gonna have poppies almost at the same time, Louisa. Happy birthday. You already have a calendula that's gone to seed, Louisa. That calendula, the one that is open, right next to it is a seed head. Pop that off so that it makes more flowers for you. The last pick is just the jar I threw together when I picked up from a flower farm. I'll be arranging and adding to the yarrow and ranunculus later this morning. The yarrow is gorgeous. Oh, that's what you picked up that you will be arranging. Those are some gorgeous colors. The ranunculus, the buttery one and the white one. The yarrow is gorgeous. I can't wait to start picking yarrow and putting it in pots. Not pots. Vases. Vases? To start putting it in places where it will have beauty indoors. That's what I'm looking forward to. Oh my god. My back is so stiff right now. Let's have a stretch, shall we? What do you say? We stand up and do a quick stretch together. I don't care if you do, but I'm gonna, so you should. Much better. Sometimes you just need to crack your back, you know? Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you before we get into our painting for the day is this, which is the water bowl for Peekaboo that usually sits in Alex's office. Well, I knocked over some of the dried amaranth. I was grabbing a bundle of it to attach to the birds' jungle gym so that they could have amaranth to play with. Anyway, a chunk fell into Peekaboo's water, and this morning when I walked in to go change her water, I noticed it, and look at what it did to her water. So it sat in there. I think I put their amaranth in probably around lunchtime yesterday. So from lunchtime yesterday to this morning, look at the fun color that the amaranth Love Lies Bleeding. And that's just from sitting in the cat water. I didn't do anything. Also, there is a dead centipede in here, which is kind of horrific, but it's fine. It gets changed every morning. She wouldn't have drank it. But the color is pretty cool. It makes me want to try. The hoppy amaranth hoppy red dye. Amaranth red dye hoppy red dye amaranth. I don't know what the order of the words is, but that one has the word dye in it, so we are going to try doing some dyeing with it. Sorry, there's something in my eyeball. Next, this is what we're working on today. I don't know if you guys remember us painting this months ago, but we did, and I'd like to work on it. I'm not really looking forward to like trying to make a barn, but these are cows. That's a field of sunflowers. We'll see what we come up with. I'm not married to any of it. I feel like all of this is changeable without me feeling bad about it. The cows look good from far away, but if you look up close, they're not cows. They're just like blobs of paint. Like from over here, you're like, oh, a field with cows. You can even see like this one's head is down, this one's head is up, that one's head is down. But if you look up close, they're not actually cows. It's just like blobs of paint. So we're going to try and make that a little bit clearer, a little bit more cow colors, cow shapes, cow things. And that's my plan for this morning. So if you guys have any advice or any suggestions, come on you. Ugh. So dramatic. And plug you in. And how do I make you turn back on? I finished my mock-up sweater. It's posted on Whips to share. Okay, let me have a look, Louisa, while we try and get my phone to reconnect. I finished it. I made the ribbing with a slip stitch up and down crochet. I believe it's tighter, but also thicker. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Look at this thing. Wow, that looks so cozy. Beautiful, beautiful edge. Crochet and knit together. We love her. Oh, I love the colors. That's so cute, actually. That looks really good. Those sleeve ends look really good. Beautiful sleeve ends. I love these colors. These are beautiful together. That looks really comfy. Very cozy. I kind of love it. I love that, Louisa. Great job. Well done, madam. It's too big. So wash it on hot. Don't you think? Okay, how do I make it connect again? Like, hello? Maybe I just have to ask it again. Not that one, this one. Yay! Look, I can show you. There's one of the cows. So, in case it made... If you were like, oh no, it looks like a cow, it really doesn't up close. But that's okay. We're going to get it to by just painting it, okay? Thank you. It's acrylic. Would that work? I mean, I think it would. I think if, like, my thought is that if something is too big and I wash it on a hot enough setting, it's gonna shrink. I don't know if that's true. That's what I believe. So I'm telling you like it's true, but really it's just, that's just something that I believe. Doesn't mean it's true or real. I feel like these sunflowers look really good. I feel like the sky looks really good. I feel like the barn does not look really good. The road does not look really good. And the cows and this part. So I like this and I like this. Those are the things that I would say, like, I'm not gonna change, is the sky and the sunflowers. I can add detail anywhere else. Happily, I will add detail anywhere else. So, first, I've got to open my paints, and I have a paint palette. Thank you, Mom, for that. My mom. And I'm just going to use this palette. I'm going to add paint to it like it's clean, even though it's like very dirty, because it's acrylic. It's not going to mix. It's going to be fine. What are you worried about? Okay, we'll start with a good healthy dose of white. And we'll add some brown. I also have a very healthy amount of paintbrushes right now, like a very good amount. Okay, we have a nice green. I like it a lot even with the weird cows. Well, thank you for that. Hopefully we can make the weird cows work for us a little bit more, though. We're definitely gonna need yellow. You always need yellow. Honestly, probably need a lot of yellow. Hey. I wonder what color you are. Are you gonna be the same or different? You are a different yellow. Close, but not the same. Hey. Why I oughta... Oh wait, we should shake them. They haven't been used in a while. Oh, hey there. Just pretend you don't see her. Let's tuck her away. I actually don't really want to wear a headband right now, but I probably should because I'm gonna be painting. But I don't want to. Oh, that's not cute anymore now, though. There. It's as good as it's gonna get, people. Could you not? Please hold. Sensory issue incoming. So this painting, if you haven't been here long enough to have been here when we started it sometime in the winter, and the idea is that it's a painting for my nephew, who, when we started it, really loved cows. But now he doesn't particularly love cows. Yes, he loves outdoors. He loves animals, but like, he was like really into cows at this point. Okay. Oh, right, blue. I distracted myself. Okay. So, we don't have a lot of variation in this front field, and I'm wondering, because it's foreground, what we might do. What might be the right thing to do. And should I draw it first? Like, what would go in this foreground? I feel like the foreground is gonna have to be really clear, right? Which almost feels like we should have like some like grasses and stuff, close grasses. But I feel like first we should have, like, we should work from back to front is what I feel like. And do we need like rocks in here? Probably, right? Be a smart thing. like there would be some areas of like rocks. Sorry, I missed Wednesday. Can't wait to see the picture colored in, the line drawing. Oh, I didn't color it in. I colored part of it in and then gave up. I was gonna say, do you want to see it? But I didn't. Okay, so I'm thinking first we create some like areas of flowers because this is like a field, and we also create some blocked out areas for a rock. So, I think my rock is going to be starting gray. Really, really cool. Good, smart vibe. Good idea. Okay, and the rock is going to be... Are we going to have a large rock? Not really. And where's the sun? Going down. So, if we have a rock that's flat, it'll have a flat side. It'll have rounded sides. It'll have sharp pieces. Okay. So here's my main rock. Here's the shape idea of my main rock. And then I'm gonna do like another rock with it. And then we'll have some smaller areas with rocks. And then I'm just creating made up shapes, and then I'm going to use those as my basis for my rock. So it's not actually like I'm making home plate shaped rocks. It's just, that's the shape that this one started as. Here's my rocks, my rock areas. And then I think on the road, okay, the road turns into a hill here. I think there will be a rock there. And I think there will be a rock here. And here are my rocks. Here's my rock plan. Candace, sorry you missed it. Your CT took too long. Yeah, that sucks. Did it go okay? Or did it feel like it went okay? Okay. Here's what my rocks look like now. My rock areas. I feel like I want to have... Okay, so that's the first bit. Now I'm gonna do blue, and I'm going to do the fronts of my rock. In the blue. Just so I'm creating volume. And then I'll use the blue sort of to create, like the front is my shadow. Because the sun is back there. I think that's where the sun is. All right, so there's our first pass. Okay, and now we need, I think I'm gonna do brown. I'll do brown for the next color, or brown and blue. Ooh, brown and blue actually looks good together. I'll do brown and blue for a different color. And then I'll do that for the, anything this way. I think I need it darker. Maybe I do need black. I didn't really want to use black. Generally, black is something you avoid if you can, because it is not a natural color. And so it does not create a natural look. But you know what? Life is hard. We don't always get to be super professional. Okay, so we're gonna do black and blue and brown. Do you want to see my palette while I'm mixing? I don't know if that's entertaining at all. I feel like we don't have enough room here. Let me just try and shrink this so we can enjoy more. Okay, and then there. Is that all right? Now I can mix. Okay, there's a good dark color. Brown, black, and blue. And I'm gonna use that for, where did I say that was gonna go? Yeah, like this section. We're not really worrying right now. This is color blocking. This is not detail. This is just shadows. Okay. Okay, we're getting some shape to them. That's good. That's a good thing. Okay, and now we're gonna do I feel like we should do a browner, lighter gray. Still gray. Also, I'm using the same color each time. I'm just changing it. So it's not, I can't go back. There's only forward. Okay, we'll get a little bit warmer, a little bit grayer. Okay, so now this piece can go on the other side, like here-ish. Hey, get out of there. Okay. And then we're going to take that blue, because we did blue, and I'm going to take this gray, and I'm going to add blue to it to make a blue that's more gray. Need to make a grayer blue, because that blue is a bit much. There, this is better. not quite blue enough. I still want the rock to have like a blue look. Okay, and then after I do this next section, I'm gonna go back with the lightest gray. And I'm gonna use that to, can you not do that? Dang bird. I'm gonna use that to kind of blend some of my edges here. Yeah, I hear you, Dancy Dancing. Okay, I think we got most of the hardest blues out because we don't want it to look silly. We want it to look like rocks. I just want it to also have like a tone to it, you know? Okay, can you not? Get out of here. Okay, so now that that part's done, I'm gonna take the blue and the gray and a bunch of white and mix that together. The gray we're using, rather. Mix it together to create the light gray that I used for the top, but with a blue hue to it. Because I want it to be, I want this rock to have blue. Can you get out of here, Beelzebub? So this is actually the top, so that actually should have stayed pale. There's the top of this one. Here's the top of this one. Don't you talk back to me, Beelzebub. There's the top of that one. This one. There we go. They're starting to look like something. Okay, cool. Rocks, getting rockier. Okay, now I'm going to go in, I think I need to do a smaller brush now. I'm still gonna look for a flat brush. Oh, do I not have a tiny flat brush? Where are my brand new paint brushes? Did I not put them in here? And there's no flat ones? A little annoying. Okay, this will have to do. Okay, so with this one, I'm gonna just take the lightest gray, and then I'm adding more white to it. And then I'm also gonna add a little brown. I feel like the blue, I wanna take the blue down just a little bit more. And I wanna get my lightest color to be really good. Okay, so this side will be where the lightest part is. This side is the lightest part. This side. Okay. Beelzebub, stop stealing my stuff. You dang bird. Ooh, she's got the caffeine shakes this morning. I can feel my hand not being very steady right now. Okay, so there's my lightest color. I hate this paintbrush. And now I'm gonna go for my darkest color now. And that's gonna be black. And I think brown will be my mix. A really dark brown, and that's gonna be for the like lower. Maybe I should do blue with it, real dark. That'll be like my shadow color. I think I need more black. I don't want to add water unless it's necessary. So far it's not necessary. How's the volume, by the way? You guys okay? You hearing me okay? Okay, so the darkest part of the shadow is going to be at the ground level, going up. That's too similar to that other color. It needs to have more brown. Can you tell I make this up as I go? Obviously you can tell, come on. So dark, 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 dark brown. I'm gonna just take that on the ground level and bring it up. Beelzebub, stop trying to steal my stuff. Just go sit in your area with it. A lot of this is going to be covered by grass, but it should be darker because it would be underneath the grass, you know? Oh god, that was too much paint. Hold on. Oh, help is on the way, dear. The farther away, the lighter things look. So I actually do have to go over parts of my rock to lighten this one. And I'm just taking some of this gray and kind of scratching it out around the bottom of the rocks, like this. Just because sometimes where rocks grow, or where rocks are, there'll kind of be rocks around them, shadowy ones. You won't notice them, but they're there. So we'll just kind of draw them in. Kind of like it's gravel. Okay, there we good. There we good. Words are hard, guys, okay? Okay, so there's my bunches of rocks in the foreground. They look okay. But now what we gotta do is take a brush that's dry. So I'm just gonna use the same brush that I'm using. I'm drying it off, and then I'm going to soften all of my edges a little bit, because in real life, the sharp edges that I'm seeing here, you wouldn't see. They are sharp and they are real, but you wouldn't necessarily catch them from a distance. So we have to just sort of blur them out a little, and that's gonna make the whole thing look better. I forgot to tell you guys, Alex is already on the plane. Isn't that exciting? Actually, he's already in the air by now. Stop taking my stuff! Here. Stop looking for new stuff to take. So my brush, again, is dry. I'm just kind of using the paint that's still damp on the page to do this edge blurring thing I'm doing. And I don't remember where I learned it, but I remember watching some paint thing, and it was saying if you're making things and you want them to look real and you're painting, never have sharp, crisp edges, because not even a still life of a real item is gonna have crisp edges in real life. But not from our vision, anyway. Our vision makes it look not as crisp. Okay. So is he going back in time? It has to be the oddest thing to experience. Yeah, he is gonna go back in time, because for him, it's like afternoon or evening even by now. And he's arriving home at like 3 o'clock. Stop! Get out of here! I will spray you. Stop stealing my stuff. Bird life. Okay. I think I want a smaller brush. Is there anything even smaller? Why are there no tiny flat brushes? I really thought there were. Am I crazy? Am I missing something? I know I have Did I put them in brush side down and that's why I'm not seeing them? I feel like I'm crazy. I swear I just saw new paintbrushes. How about that? Is that small enough? No. Maybe I'll go in with something different. I'll try something different. Try this. It's just not like strong enough. I need like a denser brush. It's like all my brushes have the same density. I need them to have different levels going on. Okay. Rock. So now, like I said, I'm just trying to make some blendiness happen so that this rock doesn't appear too like sharp, because it wouldn't be. You wouldn't notice it too much. Doesn't that look good? Doesn't that? Okay. Bit dramatic there, Beelzebub. That looks good though. Very rock-like. I think there would be rocks in this whole section here. No space between them. Okay, and then we gotta do this up here. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Dancey dance. Okay, there we go. Now we've got some good rocks going on. I'm just going to create a little bit more stuff here. I just feel like we would have some. Okay. Okay, there's my rocks. What do you think? Does it look like rocks? Do my rocks look rock-like? Is the right number of rocks? Do we need a giant rock in the front? Right here. Or do we just leave it like this and start working on the next part? Okay, so the next part is going to be doing some grasses. And the farther away we are, the lighter and grayer things get. So if we're going to be doing a plant, we're going to be doing green. But we're also going to be doing yellow and gray. So I'll start with a spoonful of green for my plant. Then I'll get a spoon of yellow, a spoon of gray, and a spoon of white. And I'm thinking that's going to create a good color for far away. Perfect. Perfect color for far away. The closer we get, the brighter and more saturated the colors become. Or the darker, I want to say, and more saturated. So if we're doing like over here, if I'm going to have a plant, it's going to be like kind of a boring gray. But it's okay. It's going to look amazing. I'm just going to do that a bunch of times. I'm going to create some little patches. Hopefully that's not going to be... Gary, why are you staying out? You're already out. Gary likes to practice his talking quietly. So he's saying out really quietly right now. Out. But you're already out, buddy. Out. Okay, on my rocks, on the shadowy sides, I'm gonna create some little mossy bits. You're so cute. You're so cute. No, you're so cute. I'm adding moss. Oh yeah? I think the moss will help. I'm just doing like dots for the moss. Kind of blending it out by doing dots. Truly, most of this is probably going to still be covered up by the plants of the foreground, but it doesn't matter. Having this is good. Having the base painted is going to be a good thing. I'm gonna see Alex soon. Okay, and now I know I said before no like harsh details, but I'm thinking like what if I just do a little highlight on the rocks? Like just a little. Like just like a touch. I think it might be a good thing. Maybe I can like liquefy the white and make that easier. A little mouse sitting on one. What is with you and trying to add critters to my paintings? Maybe if I put them this way, I'll be able to see. I want a tiny one. For tiny, tiny details. Why don't you exist? Are you tiny enough? Maybe? You're not that tiny. I need like an even tinier one. Okay. Okay, right, following. Okay, now I'm gonna get a really dark color. I'm gonna do the exact opposite. I'm gonna do some detail stuff with the other sides. Just trying to create some more stuff, you know? Make it a little bit more interesting. Okay. Okay, how's that looking? Pretty good, I think. Pretty rock-like. Ooh, this one's looking pretty, like, parallelogram-y. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but hopefully you know what I mean. So now I'm just gonna round those out a bit, because it's an old rock. We don't need it to be so aggressively angled. Same thing with these guys. They don't need to be so aggressive. So we'll just take our brush and soften them up. That's pretty cool, right? I think so. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the straight gray and I'm just gonna lighten some random spots up for no reason. Oops, too much. Hopefully this is not so boring for you. I'm having fun. Okay. That's better. I feel like I'm just gonna improve these rocks until I feel like they are, you know, where I want them. What? Who are you saying that to, huh? Beelzebub was so talkative yesterday, I wish you could have heard it. She was saying Gary a lot because Gary was screaming and I kept saying Gary. And then she kept saying Gary and she would come up to me and go, "Hi baby, Gary. Hi baby, Gary." And it was very cute. She hasn't said his name like that before. The painting was for Alistair way back when, was it not? You're doing it for him? Yes, the painting is for Alistair, even though he's older now and his interests have shifted. He is not as obsessed with cows as he was when I started this painting, but you know what? He's gonna be fine. Wow, lovely painting. Good morning, Marina. Thank you. We'll see. We'll see if it becomes a lovely painting. I think it's gonna. Okay, so now I want to do, now that we've got these rocks all sort of at least blocked out and more or less finished, I'm not super concerned about the rocks. I'm going to say that because I do know most of them will get covered up. Oh, but they do look good. Like that looks pretty good. This one? Pretty good, pretty rock-like. Do you want to see them from the front? I have to pee. Here, let me show you the painting. Those rocks look pretty good. I feel like the sunflowers look awesome. So I guess this is at dawn, is what's going on. It's kind of dark in the front, brighter in the background. I feel like it's dawn. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll turn the music up for you. There you go. I'm back. Okay. I hid the paint from the birds so that they wouldn't try to, you know, do crimes while I was gone. But I'm back now. No crimes reported, bird or otherwise. Okay, so is it dawn or is it dusk? What time is this? Okay, so just because I'm still in rock mode, I am gonna just finish this other rock that I started and forgot about until just now. I guess there wouldn't necessarily be rocks on the road, you know? Okay, so the road, what are we gonna do to the road to make it look more real? I guess it would have lots of little rocks. And I don't know that we would necessarily see the little rocks, but I think we could paint some in. A pothole? I don't think I want to paint a pothole because I don't know how. Wagon tracks? Again, don't exactly know. Can you not? Stop. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go around with white and a square brush, the square brush I like. Could you not, please? Okay, square brush that I like. Okay, I think I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna take a light gray. So white plus gray plus a little brown. So it's a lighter color, but still you would say gray, not light brown, right? And I just dab it off a bit and then I can go like, you know, like make the road made of gravel. Get out of here, stop. I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna ruin this, but you know what? It's not great right now, so I don't think I need to worry about making the road bad. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? First, I put in a bunch of the lightest colors. Then I go back in with a darker color to create. So this area you won't be able to see any detail. This will just look like dots from back here. And back here I don't even think you'll see, oops. Oh shoot. I don't even think you'll see any detail in the back, so I don't think we need to even focus on that. And then I think in the front or in the mid area, it would just be dots. And I think this area is gonna end up being really dark because it is in the shade. But I think it would also be grayer. Hey, could you not? I'm busy. I'm gliding here. Okay, so I'm making, oh, you can't see my mixing, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm trying to do some logic here. This area is all gonna be in shadow, right? Because it's underneath all of those planties. That'll go probably all the way to here. That this would all be shadowed out. That goes for this too. That'll all be shadowed out. And then, if it's morning, we're gonna have some long shadows. I'm gonna just dilute my shadow a bit. And I'm gonna give this direction. All these poles are gonna get a shadow. Then that means this barn is going to be casting a real good shadow. And that should be shush. Okay. I need those shadows to look nicer. Okay. A little bit darker back here. Okay, so the barn looks gray, but it's not. It's gonna be red, don't worry. I just had to get some shadowy things happening. Shush. Gary. Ooh, that's not the right color. Shush! Hey! Chill. Stop it. Stop your yelling. Okay, so I've done something, which I'm kind of interested in now. I've accidentally made clear paint. Ugh. Because I didn't shake it first, and the thing that went to the top. Can you stop shrieking? Stop it. Stop it. You too, Beelzebub. So there's clear paint now because I had not shaken up my paint. But I think that's actually good because instead of watering down my acrylic, I can use the clear to do the watering down. Okay, so here's my red. And then I have that watercolor. Okay, so what's gonna be red? This will be red. Ooh, that is a thin red. Do I have a better red? I think so. Are you acrylic? I thought you were oil. It says squeeze the acrylic. Paint for oil painting. Okay. Well, we don't want that. I need red. Okay, well. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Time for some barbecued beef burgers? Lol, poor cows never stood a chance. On the rocks. It's beef on the rocks. Nice to see you, Michelle. Stop shouting. Oh my goodness. What's it for? Why are you shouting so much? Okay, so I've got the clear paint and I can mix it with this bright red. Stop. Seriously? It's overstimulating. Enough. Enough. No more. No more. Okay, so now I've got my red. I think my rocks are mostly dry. Okay. Shh, shh, everybody. Okay. I get it. I got it. I promise. I hear you. I believe you. I support you. Okay, so I'm going to take the black and the red and the clear. And first, I'm going to do a really dark red. I'm going to paint over the barn in the darkest dark. Okay. Follow along. I think I have an idea, and I think it makes good sense. So I do the background in this dark color, right? No problem. We do the whole back. Because the barn is made of wood, and the wood goes up and down, right? It doesn't go this way, it goes this way, I think. I think a barn is up and down. Barn. Show me the evidence. Okay, yeah, so barn up and down doodad things, right? So here's the just general shape. We understand. Good, right? Then I take my paintbrush, obviously. Do I have a really big rectangle? This could work. This could work. Okay. So if this works, that would be super. So then with this one, I will take my bright red or dark red or whatever. I need something else to mix paint in because we have now run out of room. I'll put it on both ends of my paintbrush. And then I can take my paintbrush and create boards, maybe? Like wood boards, you know? And then my thought was that the black background would be like shadows. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't think so. But it might at least make it look kind of like boards. Okay, maybe I could do something with something skinny that's a straight line. Like what, Laura? Okay, let's try what I'm thinking here. Okay, so like imagine if I paint this red and press it. More. Need more paint. Okay. I think this is too sharp. The concept is good. It's a good concept. I just need to execute it better. What could I use to execute this better? Need something narrow. And something that I can position. This might work. take the red paint, put it on, make sure it's on all sides of the part, and then I can go. Yeah, look, see? That makes sense. It does, I promise. Okay, so now I'm just gonna spread out my red so I can dip this over and over again. Spread it out thin. Spread it on. And the great thing is I don't even need to make them look like boards, because from far away this is just sort of like as if the highlight of one of the boards of wood is being caught by the sun. It doesn't even have to look perfect, which is good because it was never going to look perfect. There's that, right? We got the boards on the front. Now, to make it even better, I'll take a light color, like yellow and white, and I'll mix that together with the red. A little bit more yellow, a little bit more white. And then the red becomes more orangey and lighter. I put that on and do that towards the spot where the sun is going to be. Now I can take just plain white. That just diluted into red. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm going to take white and put it on here. Just the red that's on still will get mixed with it. And that can be for the edge where the sun is. Okay, now I can get back to my smaller paintbrush. And I can do... Okay, sorry, you're gonna see my head for a sec. I need my eyes. My eyes got old. Alex is coming home today. Okay, there. So now there's boards on the front of our barn. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the red. So if you were like a good painter, you could just paint a straight line, but I'm not that. So I'm gonna use this little tool to make my boards. Okay, and now the side boards are done, right? Now my thought is that when we have the boards on the side, then, I don't know what that thought was, then I can take black and do like low lights with it. Like make a really dark burgundy and do like the opposite of highlights. Okay. So then I'll take a little bit of the clear and I'll just use the clear to dilute the shadow color so that it doesn't look too crazy. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of the clear again. I'm just going to hit all of the shadows that I did for the poles. And by hitting it with the clear, I'm just diluting the black so that it looks a little bit more shadowy and a little bit less harsh. But not too much less harsh because it is like an early morning shadow, so it would be pretty shadowy, you know? These shadows are going to end up being kind of hidden again from all the greenery, but I still want them to be there even if you don't really see them. So even though I'm going back over all this with the clear paint in order to dilute the black a bit, the idea is still there. This cow will be in the shade. This whole tree is going to be shading out stuff, and this whole road area. Cool. That went by fast. Oh my god, it's 11:30? When did that happen? I wonder if my sister's coming over. She said she was gonna, but I haven't heard from her. Okay, and then because it's sunrise, this tree is gonna need some yellow from the sun hitting it. Okay, good. And then the barn will also need some yellow because the sun is also touching it. So I'm gonna take my yellow and I'm gonna dilute it with a little bit of the clear. I'm obsessed with the clear now. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a brown bit with the barn. Have an idea? And I think I need a tiny brush for this because I want to create some boards. Because where the boards are worn, you would see brown. So maybe like one out of every few boards. Have like brown. I feel like it needs to be like black and brown mixed together to create, and red, I guess, because it's a red shadow. Okay, I've created like a really dark red with the black, dark gray, brown, and red, and I'm gonna use that. And I'm gonna try and paint some straight lines just to create like actual boards. I wish I could use a ruler on this. They wouldn't be like super visible here, right? They wouldn't, they'd be thin enough that you wouldn't really see them, I don't think. Okay, does that look like a barn? Like, does it look like wood? Not really. Also, this line is really, really not straight, so let's fix that. don't know if it looks like wood to me or if it looks just weird. I feel like we need more evidence that this is wood somehow. I'm liking it. It makes it look specific without being specific. It looks like an aged barn. I mean, I guess that is what it's supposed to be. You birds. Sorry, I have to paint upside down. I'm left-handed, which makes this part really difficult. What is that about? I'm not interested in this drama today. I'm not. I'm getting deja vu from this picture. Did you do one similar before? This was the one. We were working on this, and then I put it down and I forgot about it because it ended up behind something else. So now we're just going back to it, that's all. Okay, I've added more brown. And I'm gonna use that. Now it's a brown-red mixture. I'm not... Beelzebub is in a crazy mood. I'm really sorry about the volume, guys. Okay. Oh gosh. All right, now I need to take that yellow. Stop, Gary, stop it. Jesus, Murphy. I can't do it. I can't handle it, Gary. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my line here. Hold on. I need a straight edge. You don't have any paint on you? No. Here's the next question. We need a door, don't we? All right, there's our barn. She needs a roof color. I think that color is green, but I'm gonna brown it down a bit because the green I have is too bright. I guess it would be kind of like a John Deere green, but it's gonna be a darker grayer green for the roof. Gotta have a barn door, okay. Yeah, green roof is the right choice. Green roof? Yeah, they're always green. A red barn and a John Deere green roof. Oops. Can you not? There. There's my green roof, and now I need a barn door. Where? On this side or on that side? And if it's on this side, yeah, then I have a plan, and that is that it would have a mound, because these old barns have a mound. I have to get rid of you, Mr. Cow. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to start with white because I need to lighten up this whole area. Like the door will be like there. Then there's like a mound to get down. Like this. Except it'll be brown. I just have to cover up the grass first. Okay. So then the mound is going to be brown, and it's going to be, if the barn door is, does it need to have a mound? Should it have a mound? Now I'm second guessing myself. I feel like a lot of the old barns do. They have like this sort of ramp. That comes out of them. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, if that's not been made clear to you. Also, I don't know what a barn door looks like. It's 2, right? We're getting there. Something's happening. Okay, so I think that barns have white doors. White feels right now. Skip the X on the door and just make a black space instead if you want. The X is usually white. Oh, the X is white and the door is red? Okay. No, I'll paint the door red. I just, I thought the doors were white, but I believe you. What I'll do is I'll leave the white as the base color and then I'll do the stripes for the door in the red. But first I'm going to take my true red. I'm just going to do around the door. Okay, and now for the door, I'll do red and a little bit of white, but not pink. So I'll just do a little yellow to keep it from accidentally going pink. Still went a little pink. It's okay. And I'll take the true red, mix more of that in, and then I've got, I need a thinner brush. What's my thinnest? This should do. This should do perfectly. Okay. So I'm going to take my newly mixed red color. I'm going to just create a barn door. So right now I know it looks like white and red stripes, and that's because it is. But don't worry, I have to go in with a dark color too to make a shadow. And we already have a dark red, nearly black. It's okay though. Okay. Okay, got my door. Now I'm gonna do a true red again. Create a little outline on my door. Good. There's the barn door in now. All right, and then I think the barn door is going to be a little bit more worn because it will have been used for many, many years. So I'm going to take a brown and a white and a yellow and a teeny bit of red to create a different brown that is very yellow, a yellow brown. I'm going to take that yellowy brown I should probably do this with a dry brush, actually. Just a tiny bit of it. Gonna use that to create my weathered barn door. Okay. We're getting there, I promise. And now I need a darker color to do this side, because there would be a shadow. Okay. Now I just need to figure something out here. How do I make my door frame the way I want? I need this to be a straight line. So hold on. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take the tiniest bit of white and just try and... Sorry, I have to like get in here. Okay, there's my barn door now. Now I'm going to take the dark color again and make it so that it is 2 barn doors, right? How does barn doors look? Okay, so the barn door is going to be separated with 2 white X's. So, gotta get my paintbrush all cleaned up. Get some clean white. And do some... You know what? Maybe we do the X's in a little bit. Maybe we do it now. I don't know. Think it'll be okay? I think it'll be okay. So there are 2 doors. Okay, don't be mixing. This is why we need it to dry a little bit, because we can't have it mixing with the red. Oh, but it's looking good, don't you think? That makes sense. It looks like a barn. Looks more like a barn than it did before. Okay, so while we wait for the doors to dry, let's try and figure out this ramp. My friend's family has a farm, like an old farm, and they don't use it for anything anymore, but it's like, it's got a barn like this. And I feel like this part would be straight down like that. So that means I've got to erase this stuff or rub it in or something. And go back with green. Okay, so I don't know how to make this shallow enough. Because it's not super deep. Okay. Cool. Now this side. I just feel like it looks too steep. Okay, hold on. I think I need to, I feel like I do a good job when I'm looking at it upside down. Okay, so we don't want it to be steep. So that means it's gotta go like this. Right? Okay, I think that's better in terms of shallow, because we don't want this to be too deep, but we also don't want it to be too shallow. We need it to be the right, accurate depth. Like okay, let me see. Let me see here. What's happening here? I need some green, gray. Okay, if this is the depth, right, that's as deep as it can go. I'm gonna have to repaint this part, so I'm just gonna do it green. Okay, and then I think the ramp would stop like here. So the ramp is gonna be like a rich warm brown, like brown and yellow mixed together, because it's dirt and wood chips. Okay. There. I got it. I figured it out. Took me a bit, but we got there. Okay, and then I'll take the dark again. This area is always dirty. Like not a lot of plants here because there's always cows coming in and out, right? Okay. Something's still off in my ramp here. It's looking so good. Thank you. Okay, now I think we could do the white part, our barn doors. How will you ever be able to part with it? Just like I part with all my other handmade stuff. Difficult and easy at the same time. We're gonna have to go back in with red anyway. Don't panic about the thickness of these white lines. don't know why straight lines are so impossible for me. Like, for someone who has been quite creative my whole life, you'd think I would have, like, practiced and just gotten better at making straight lines. I can't cut in a straight line. I can't draw in a straight line. Okay, so now that the white, now that the white X's are there, I have to go back with the red again to try and clean it up, because the lack of straight lines will drive me bananas. Ugh! Drop of water just fell on what I was about to do. Not have that happen again, please. As soon as I could draw or paint on my own, I always painted a farm scene, really? It's all I ever wanted. Yeah, it's all I ever want to. That's funny, though. What do you like to paint? The farm? It's like you only painted farm scenes and your parents went, autism didn't exist when we were young. None of you ended up with autism. And you're like, yeah, sure. Not me painting the same thing over and over again. And then being like, oh, she's just interested in farms. That's what I'm imagining. Like nowadays, if someone's kid was painting the exact same scene over and over and over again, they'd probably mention that at a doctor's appointment. Just be like, I don't know if this is relevant, but she paints the same scene. Just over and over and over again. Is that anything I should consider? And then the doctor would go, well, it's nothing to worry about, but keep an eye on if she's walking on her toes. I can't paint a straight line. And I can't even paint up to a line straightly. I am meant for impressionism. I am not meant for detailed painting work. That is not my strength. Okay, at least it existed. They just had a different name for it. She's just a little quirky. Don't worry about her. She's just a little quirky. That's just our quirky girl. A different name for it. Don't mind her. Feel like that's what the vibe was. Okay, so the problem with these doors, this is the problem with them. What am I supposed to do? Candy popped into like, I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's what I read when you said I have bronchitis. That sucks. Always the White House and a steep stream running through. Just the same exact scene. Okay. So there's our barn doors. It'll be okay. Not my first rodeo. COVID was worse. There. All right, we've got some stuff happening. Oh my God, it's already 12:15. I gotta go. I have stuff to do today. Do you understand? Alex is coming home today, you guys. Alex, my love, my true love, is coming home today. So I have to get the house ready for him. Here's how far we got on our painting. We added rocks today, and we recolored the barn, and we did some of the road and added some shadows. Here's the rocks. They have moss on them. This one's my favorite. From far away, they do look like rocks, so that's pretty cool. The white lines on the barn are gonna be painted like blue-gray because they're in shadow. They're just white because had to start somewhere. All right, I'm gonna go now, and I will talk to you guys on Monday. Have a good rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I'm gonna have a great weekend because I get to see Alex today. I have not seen him in 2 weeks, and I miss him a lot, and I can't wait to see him. So I love you guys. Have a good weekend. Wish me luck picking him up, and I'll see you, like I said, I'll see you Monday. Okay, bye.